Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 5 here on Cyan Beach, and the first day of the Good Sleep Day event is happening tonight. So make sure that you have all of your incense and your teams ready for if you're going to use any of the Sleep XP bonus research or sub skills, any of that fun stuff that you need for Good Sleep Day. That's happening tonight. We are going to start off with 10,194 sneaky snacking. I was running a little bit of an experiment. We were talking about the dark screen a couple days ago, where I just boot the game up and immediately start recording. Usually what I do is I'll boot the game up and then I'll kind of check everything, make sure everything's fine, and I'll just let the game sit there, let my phone sit there while I wait. And I thought maybe that was the cause of the dark screen. So what I did yesterday and today was boot the game up after I had already checked everything, had everything ready to go. I'd hit the start recording, boot the game up, and then jump into it. Yesterday, we didn't get a dark screen, so I thought I'd figured it out. But as you can see today, we did get a dark screen. Ultimately, does it matter? No, not really. It's not that big a deal. It's just a personal curiosity, and I'm trying to figure it out. But we're going to start off pretty well today with our sneaky snacking. I've been having difficulty this week pushing into the next rank before I go to sleep. I was that close to being Master 1 to the point where I considered collecting all of Raichu's inventory, but it would have only put us within like 1,000. It wouldn't have been enough to push us into Master 1, and that's happened like 2 or 3 times this week where it's like I was this close and almost could get there, but just couldn't push into it before bed. So I don't know if it's just the way math, well, yeah, it is just the way math is working out. Just kind of a small minor frustration that ultimately doesn't matter. But there we go. There's our reminder that Good Sleep Day is happening now. Again, today's not the big day. Tomorrow's the big day. So if you've only got one set of incense to use, make sure to save that for tomorrow night. Well, let's go ahead and grab our sleep points. We've got 100, which puts us at 3,109. And our lottery, I really need some more diamonds. I did have to spend another set of diamonds to increase the ingredient pouch yesterday after just saying that I'm not getting enough ingredients to justify buying it. And then yesterday, Blastoise decided he wanted to trigger twice and couldn't collect. But unfortunately, we just got an ingredient ticket, no diamonds. I was trying to zoom out, not click on that. Let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report. Kind of a hectic day today. Crazy start for sure. Session 209. Again, hoping for the pincer, but it all depends on if we get the dozing sleep or not. And it looks like probably not. 10% dozing, 47% snoozing, and 43% slumbering. That may actually be balanced. It is balanced, so there is a small chance that we see a pincer. Not as much as if we had got dozing, but still a small chance is better than no chance. We are going to break 20 million. We're going to get 24. Ooh, 25. We actually got a lot higher than I was expecting. 25.2 million. Several 1 stars, 2 and 1, 3 and 4 star. Still not a full spawn board just yet. We're almost there. That's in a top belly Psyduck, which nope, not new. We could use some new sleep styles. That would be very nice. We do need to get to that next tier. And let's see, we have nothing new. We've got a Pikachu, a Jigglypuff, a Wartortle, a Bonsly, Psyduck, and 2 Gulpin. So no pincer. Very, very unfortunate. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe a good camp ticket was a good call this week just to try to find a pincer, because at least it gives us an extra spawn every day. That is a hungry Jigglypuff. Again, we run into the problem of not really having anything spawn that we really need. Gulpin and Bonsly aren't super useful in the game right now. Pikachu would be good. We already have 2 good Jigglypuff line Pokemon. Wartortle, we have 2 very good Blastoise, and I'd rather catch a Squirtle. Psyduck, also not super useful in the game. Yeah, really really Pikachu is again the best choice for us. Just kind of a very lackluster. Well, at least we got a big hit, so at least we're taking the Pikachu home. But kind of a lackluster week in terms of what has been spawning. So, man, I don't know. It's been a rough couple of weeks, but this week seems to be possibly the toughest so far in terms of just not getting anything we really need. Let's send out. Let's go ahead and send out some Pikachu candy. It was either that or the Jigglypuff, and I feel like most people have a ton of Jigglypuff candy, and now, what is it? Gardevoir has replaced Wigglytuff as the best healer anyway, so I think the Pikachu candy might be slightly more helpful. We are going to run away with 1,442 research XP. That's a lot more than I thought we were going to get, and 2,080 Dream Shards. So very good on those results. Let's go ahead and switch on over. We'll see. We got a Pikachu. Level 15 is good. Careful, I'm not so sure. It's apples and ginger. Ooh, that's a good combination. It's not an ingredient specialist, but apples and ginger do go pretty well together. At least for a Pikachu. And then for the sub skills, we've got inventory up S and L. So doubling up, not really that great. Ingredient finder M is okay. Inventory up M, all of the inventory ups. And a skill trigger S. Overall, not too great with main skill chance up and ingredient finding down. That is unfortunately one of the worst possible combinations based on this one's sub skills. I thought we might be able to use it having apples and ginger. Maybe we could use it as a substitute apple ginger finder until we get something better. But with that nature, that kind of ruined that idea. Total strength of only 43% and ingredient strength. Yeah, pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. Only 28%. Very bad. No evolution count. One thing I did want to point out, we didn't get catch a Pokemon yesterday, so I didn't get to point this out yesterday. If you haven't noticed already, when you click on one of the possible rating criterias, it does give you right below it a little blurb about what it means so that it's not just pure assumption. And it also seems like cooking schedule in your user settings is now highly used in the rating process. I don't think it's completely necessary to use it, but it will just kind of give you a little bit more of a refined number. So if you want the best results, make sure to click on this little gear right up here in the top and select your cooking schedule and also which meal you have for the week. So that is good information to have. It's on every single one of them. The only one that cooking schedule doesn't affect is the expected skill count, because obviously it doesn't matter. But that said, this is pretty much straight to the professor with this Pikachu, so we're going to go ahead and move on and hopefully have some better luck with our breakfast. That would be nice. If the game loads. There we go. 237 sneaky snacking. We did get a medal at least. So that's very good. All right. No new news, but we do have a medal for 140 poison types, which is good for 20 diamonds, which is good. I need those diamonds. And then let's check the community reports. About 41. Ooh, 42. Oh, so close. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 that doubled up. Okay. That is a pretty rough number. Let's see, 7 is only, what is that, like 15%? 20%? Yeah, probably around 20%. No level ups. Well, not a whole lot going on there. But all right, let's go ahead and start collecting. No skill trigger there. Skill trigger rates seem to be pretty low on Dodrio in my experience. We do get some candy though. No skill trigger there. I did collect a couple of apples before bed, so I think at this point Raichu is just going to stay completely full. 309 out of 320. Let's see if we can get some corn. Very nice. And no skill triggers from anybody. That is most unfortunate. Uh-oh. I see what happened. I think. It was you. It didn't actually collect from you for some reason. That is a small bug that needs to be fixed. I know I'm not the only one that's had that issue. I've seen comments before, people running into that as well. Slightly annoying, but not the worst thing, I suppose, unless you just absolutely miss that it happened. And then you close the game and come back and your Pokemon hasn't collected as much as they could have because their inventory was already half full. So I could definitely see how that could be frustrating. I really hope they fix that one soon. All right, so we're gonna get our Limbercorn stew going. Not extra tasty, but it is 12,540. And that's enough for another level up, which puts us at level 19. This Bewear has actually been working wonders this week in terms of the corn. Like I was saying yesterday, I've made the Limbercorn stew at least 2 meals out of every day. I think there's even been a couple days I've made it all 3 meals. So Bewear is definitely putting in some good work. Main skill trigger? No, you also didn't collect. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. The game just seems to not want to function properly today. All right, well, we didn't get any missions completed today. What do we have left? Those are all done. Just getting to Master 3, cooking 17 times, going to bed on time, and giving out 14 biscuits. Okay, so all pretty easy stuff. Makes sense why we didn't get any complete today, but hopefully by tomorrow morning we will have the Master 3 done and we can actually find something good to give our biscuits to. I would like all the candies and diamonds in the missions, but I'm not gonna just throw away biscuits just to get it done. But that said, that's kind of all we got for today. Another just kind of okay day, another chill day at the beach, as it were. And that's all we got for today. So make sure to use your incense and swap out your team before you go to bed tonight. It is the first day of Good Sleep Day. And make sure to hit that like button if you liked the video. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, later, dudes.